welcome to the English Lovers by Honeydee. In this video, we're going to talk about one particular tense, that is past continuous tense, and we're going to talk about lots and lots of things about past continuous. But before that, you can subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you may get the updates about the new lessons that I'm going to make about different tenses and different grammatical aspects. Let's move on further. Yeah. So what we're going to learn in this particular video for the past continuous tense, we're going to learn the form, like how to form past continuous tense and different sentences to make in past continuous tense. We're going to learn that. Then what we're going to do next would be the use. Okay, we are going to learn the form, the formations, and the use of those formations and different tenses, different sentences in the past continuous tense. So there would be different situations and places where the past continuous tense gets applied. So we're going to talk about those conditions and the situations and places. Now moving further, how to form the past continuous tense. Okay, we're going to talk about that structure. I'm not talking about the definition of the past continuous tense, because when we talk about the use of the past continuous, then definitely we're going to learn about that what is the meaning of past continuous. But the basic meaning, before moving further, let me tell you, is that it is made from past plus continuous plus tense. So something as an action when gets continued in the past time would be the past continuous tense. Okay, any sentence which is written in that form would be the past continuous tense sentence. Okay, but we need to know that what are the different structures that we follow. Okay, and what is the basic structure of the past continuous tense. Okay, now talking about that, we need three things. First is the subject, because it is the first word that we write. Okay, we need the subject, because subject can be a singular subject, can be a plural subject, and accordingly that we use a helping verb. And what's a helping verb? Helping verb in case of the past continuous used to be was for the singular subject and were for the plural subject. And then main verb. Obviously, when we write a sentence, we need one helping verb and the main verb, especially in cases of such sentences or such tenses where we cannot make the sentence with simply a verb, simply the action verb. Here, even in the affirmative sentence, we need the helping verb in case of past continuous. So that's why, like definitely, we are having was for singular subject and verb for plural subject. Okay, that depends upon the kind of subject that we use. But what's the main verb? Main verb is active participle. Why we call it active participle? Because it is a V1 plus ing is getting used in the continuous form at the moment of speaking in the past. When we say, then it is the active participle, or the another name for the same one for V1 plus ing is present participle. So present participle is used as the main verb, and was and were used to be the two helping verbs. Accordingly, the subject, whether it is singular, if the singular is there, then was, if the plural is there, then were. So I think that's simple. Then moving further, yeah, we're going to have the example for the past continuous tense. You're going to see that here we are having we are having I as a subject, and was as a helping verb, and watching as the main verb, and football as an object. But how to find the object, I think I have made a video for the same. You can just go for that video too, okay, in the same channel. So how to find the object? I was watching what? Football, okay, at that moment. So that's a particular kind of use that we're going to talk about later on when we talk about the uses of the past continuous tense. But what I might mean to say by this past continuous example, that it is accordingly the subject I we use was as a helping verb because we mentioned that was and were to be used as a helping verb in case of the past continuous tense. And watching is our main verb, which is v1 plus ing, which is present participle, we say. Okay. And football is our object in the sentence, and rest of the statement can be written as it is. Okay. But we'll talk about the different uses for sure. Okay. Now moving further, you're going to see that yes, what are the different kinds of sentences that we can write in the past continuous tense? There are four sorts of sentences that you can write. First is affirmative, and second is negative, and third is interrogative, and fourth is negative interrogative. So these are the basic four forms of sentences that we can write in the past continuous tense. Okay, affirmative, we should know that what is affirmative, where we affirm or where we say yes. Okay, negative, where we say no. Okay, then definitely there would be a negative word, no, never, or something like that would be there for sure. But we need to see the structures very clearly. Okay, then interrogative when we ask a question, negative interrogative when we say no as well as we are asking a question. So what's the difference between these two sentences and these two sentences? Okay, you see, whenever we are writing affirmative and negative sentences, we put the full stop at last, whereas in case of interrogative and negative interrogative, we put the interrogative sign. That's clear. Now moving further, you can see, yeah, these are the two examples given for the affirmative sentence and the negative sentence. First comes affirmative sentence. Affirmative sentence is, I already told you, that which is actually affirming something. These two sentences are the kind of like assertive sentence. Okay, let me tell you assertive. So assertive sentences are of two category. Okay, assertive sentences of two category. Then these assertive sentences, affirmative and negative, are the two categories of that. Okay, you should know these. That should be clear to you. And then, you know, what's an example? They were singing a song. So now, they is a subject, which is a plural subject. We should know that the which pronouns are used as for the singular subject and for the plural one. Okay, here they is used for the plural one, and then comes were. Were is for used for the plural subject. That's why were is applied. And then v1 plus ing is a main verb, action verb. Okay, they were singing a song. Okay, a song is a object, sorry. Okay, then we are having a negative sentence. How to form a negative sentence in the past continuous tense? They were not. This is the thing to be understood. Okay, this is the main thing that you need to remember forever. Okay, that when we write the negative statement, the negation sign comes after the helping verb. Here the helping verb is were. That's why not is applied after were. Okay, you need to know this thing. Okay, that were is applied, and after were we're gonna apply not. Remember this thing. This is very, very important. Okay, now you see, whenever we make the negative sentences, this is the only thing that you need to carry in the mind, that after the helping verb we apply the negation sign, so it becomes a negative sentence. Okay, there are various methods by which we can make the negative sentences, but in past continuous tense we can make it like that. Okay, then talking about the other two sentences, interrogative sentence and negative interrogative sentence, we just do one thing. We try to just change the place of helping verb and the subject. We alter the place of subject and the helping verbs. Here subjects came at the second place. Okay, here subject came at the second place and were came at the first place. Okay, so why were is placed at the first place? Because we want to ask a question. This is one of the category by which we can ask a question, like by helping verb keeping in the beginning. We can ask a question, but such questions you will have the answer in yes or no. Were they singing a song? Yes, they were singing the song. No, they were not singing the song. So answers would be like that. Okay. Then you need to see that, like when we write the negative interrogative sentence, what we do, we follow the same pattern to alter the positions of the subject and the verb, okay, helping verb, but not the negative word. Negative word remains the same. In case it is a negative sentence, how will it be written? They were not singing a song. So when we want to make that into the negative interrogative, it would be helping verb first, subject second, then not singing a song will remain as it is. Singing will be the V1 plus ing, so because that would be the main verb. Okay, so it is not only in the case of they, it can be in the case of any of the subject. Okay, like was would be used for the singular and were would be used for the plural. Here were is used because they is there. So we need to actually identify that the subject verb concord is to be kept in the mind. Subject verb agreement is also to be kept in the mind, and then we need to keep negative word also in the mind too. Okay. Then talking further about it, one more thing, let me tell you that interrogative sign. That's how the two sentences are different from the previous two one. Okay. Yeah. Now this is the main part about the past continuous tense. Earlier one was just the formation of the past continuous tense, and maybe you're known to those sorts of constructions also, but you may not be known to the sorts of uses of the past continuous tense. Let's talk about those. Okay. Uh, the first one we're going to talk about is an action over a past period. Okay, here we are having an action over a past period, something that we were in the middle of. Suppose you were doing some action in the past, that is in the past time, which is bygone time, but but the action was in the middle of, that is not complete action. Okay, when the action is incomplete action and you were in the middle of it, then you use it. Okay, then you see, uh, talking about the example for the same, you see, I was not sleeping, so I got up to go out. So somebody was in the middle of the sleep. I was not sleeping. I was not sleeping. Somebody was in the middle of the sleeping. It's not like somebody was in the complete sleep. So in the middle of the sleep, somebody was. So that's why. So I got up. Okay. So I got up to go out. Okay. So we need to see that. Next is the second use, that's when to include clock time. Whenever we are including the clock time, whenever we see a clock time mentioned by the use of by or at, we use the past continuous tense in that case. Let's see that. Yeah. I was going to school at 8:45. At 8:45. So it is mentioned, the clock time is mentioned here at 8:45. Okay, I was going to school. So I was going to school is in the past continuous form. So we're talking about the use of the past continuous form. Okay, that can be used in case we want to include the clock time. Okay, earlier one we mentioned that when we are in the middle of the action, we are not completed with the action, so there also we can use. Now talking further, use number third, that's when including another action. When we want to include two actions, like one action after the other, in that case we can use past continuous. But one tense would be in other form and other would be in other form. Let's see. I was walking home when I saw my friends. I was walking home is in past continuous form, was plus v1 plus ing, whereas the second clause is when I saw my friends. So that is in the past and definite. We need to see that one. When another action is to be included. But when the two actions are happening at the same time, okay, simultaneously, then the scenario is different. You see, when two actions both went on during the same period of time, simultaneously they are happening, we use past continuous for both the clauses. Okay, when we use the clauses, in those two clauses, we're gonna use the past continuous. In the earlier one, what we did, let's see, in the earlier one, okay, in the previous one, this one, what we did, we use past continuous and then past indefinite in the other clause. Okay, when we are mentioning about another action, when including another action. So I was walking home when I saw my friend. Okay, two actions we're talking about, but one action is but when the two actions are mentioned here, one is a different one and other is the different one. Okay, and both of the actions are done by one person. Okay, here you can see that. Then even the another action here, we need to clarify about that too. Okay, now moving further, like I was talking about this, when two actions both went on during the same period of time, we use past continuous for both the clauses. Okay, now you see, Aditya was watching videos. Okay, Aditya was watching videos while his brother was studying. One is action is done by Aditya, another is done by brother. But you see, in both the cases, in case both the actions are happening at the same time, from while we got to know that both the actions are happening at the same time. Like Aditya was watching videos while his brother was studying. Both the sentences or the clauses are having the past continuous form, like was were plus v1 plus ing, watching, studying. You need to see that too. Okay. Now, other important uses. There are different other important uses of the past continuous which are to be kept in the mind while making a statement. What are those? Let me clear this first. Okay. Now, what are those? You see, first one is we can use the past continuous for repeated actions which are temporary, only for a period. Okay, that means which are for like past continuous tense can be used for the repeated actions. Okay, which are not permanent but temporary one. Okay, only for a particular period of time. There we can use the past continuous tense. Okay, for the repeated action. You see, for example, I was going to school by school bus that week. Okay, that particular week we are mentioning here. That particular week. Okay, when we are mentioning that week, here you see, that week means that particular period, only for a period. Okay, only for that period. Why? As my dad was busy. So it's a repeated action to go to the school. Okay, and because of somebody's dad was busy, the person took the option to go by the school bus. Okay, and that's why I was going to school by school bus that week. Somebody was asking him about particular week, and he answered that I was going to school by school bus that particular week. Okay, then moving further, you're gonna see the second, or the B usage. Yeah, we can use it for the past arrangements. If you have made the arrangement to meet somebody, you have a meeting with somebody. In case of that one, if you have made the arrangement in the past, and for that sake, you can use the past continuous one. Let's see. I was on my way to the sports hall. Okay. I was meeting Ajay there. Okay. So I had arranged to meet James there. Okay. So actually, that's a mistake. I would say that it's not James. It would be Ajay. Okay. So here you can keep one person's name. Okay. Let me clarify this thing. Okay. Let me just make it marked as a mistake. Here should come Ajay. Okay. Just consider that one. This is the only name we are using. So no two persons we are talking about. We are talking about one person. For our meeting Ajay at the sports hall tonight. So person has made the arrangement to meet the person which is wrongly named here. Okay, not James. Okay, let me cross it. Let me clear that. Let me clear that for you. Okay, now you see, here is no other person. I was on my way to the sports hall. I was meeting Ajay there. Okay, so which is equal to I had arranged to meet him. Okay, then that is why for I am meeting Ajay at the sports hall tonight. So somebody has made an arrangement to meet someone. Okay, So for that one, somebody is using I was meeting Ajay. Okay, was v1 plus ing, then the person's name. Okay, for sure, I think it would clear your you know clause of that one. Okay, that why we have written the past continuous in case of the past arrangement, because somebody arranged to do so. Okay, then sorry for this mistake. Then you're gonna have the next one, the third one, with the continuous always mean very often or too often. Okay, which means here you need to consider that always is used for repeating something. Okay, when somebody repeats something, for that one it is getting used. For such cases you have to use like this. Okay, you have to use the past continuous one. Let's see that one how it is used. Okay, yeah, he was always cheering for Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, he was always cheering, like he was very often, he was very too often cheering for Sachin Tendulkar. Somebody when repeats the same thing, suppose we want to use the same name which I erase, why to make James angry. Okay, I'm using the same name. Okay, suppose in this statement. Okay, suppose I'm using James in this statement. So do you remember James? Do you remember James? I'm repeating the statement. Do you remember James? That's in the present indefinite. Do you remember James? He was always quoting Shakespeare. He was always quoting this author, that author. That means somebody has a habit of doing so. In case of that one, that always is used for very often. Okay, somebody has a habit of repeating something, and here the person is having the habit of cheering for Sachin Tendulkar, and that's why he was always cheering for Sachin Tendulkar is a sort of example for the past continues to be used. Was plus v1 plus ing, cheering is getting used over here. So I think this will clear all the things in your mind about the past continuous tense. Let me see what you can learn from whatever video that I made for the past continuous one. In case there would be any sort of query regarding the past continuous tense, you're always welcome to give me the suggestion to make improvement, or even to ask a question. Okay, I'll mention my number in case you have any problem with the kind of content that I have. Okay, or you want to make some changes into that, or you want me to make a lesson for some particular topic, then definitely I'll make it for you. Okay, make sure that the lesson should not be that lengthy that other people would become bored. Okay, so my number is 70876754447. You can look for it for sure, and you can just send me the email on study516 at the rate of gmail.com. Yeah, thanks for watching my video and subscribing me. I have reached to 217 subscribers. Thank you very much, these 217 subscribers, whomever have subscribed me. But I need more subscriptions so that I can go live on YouTube, so that we can meet together, not by streaming but on the phone. So that we can have this a little bit of chit chat sessions, and we can just discuss about the different topics of grammar at length too. Okay, so my first objective is to get the 1,000 subscribers. Okay, after that one I can have the that more open for me. Okay, then you see, for that one what you need to do, you have to just simply subscribe my channel and give a thumbs up if you like my video. So God bless you all, and take